I remember the day I almost gave up on my PhD. It felt like I was trapped in an endless maze, you know? It wasn't supposed to be this hard, was it? I mean, I knew getting a PhD would be challenging, but this felt impossible.
You know, Sarah, in this academic maze, the right guide can be the difference between losing your way and making breakthrough discoveries.
Little did I know, someone else had walked this path before. Someone who would change everything.
The conventional approach has its merits, but I propose we look at this from a completely different angle. What if we inverted our entire understanding of the problem? Excellent question. And who might you be? Well, Sarah Chen, that's exactly the kind of thinking we need more of. Tell me, what led you to this conclusion?
In that moment, something shifted. I didn't know it yet, but my academic journey was about to take an unexpected turn. Maybe, just maybe, I'd found my guide through this maze. Oh? I thought about Elena's words for days, a beacon in the fog of my academic despair. But approaching her, God, it felt like standing on the edge of a cliff.
You should go for it, Sarah. Elena Reeves could be your ticket to greatness.
I don't know, David. It feels risky. What about Professor Jenkins? Professor Reeves? I was hoping we could discuss my research proposal.
Sarah Chen, I've been expecting you.
Miss Chen, I hope you're not wasting Professor Reeves' time with your unfocused ideas.
On the contrary, Professor Jenkins, I find Sarah's approach refreshingly innovative.
In that moment, I realized I'd crossed a line. There was no going back now.
Tell me, Sarah, what made you choose this field?
I've always been fascinated by how small changes can lead to massive breakthroughs, like a butterfly effect in research.
A chaos theorist at heart. You know, I faced similar skepticism when I started my career. The academic world can be ruthless to those who challenge the status quo.
And how did you manage?
I found my voice, and more importantly, I found allies who believed in me.
For the first time in years, I wasn't just staying afloat, I was swimming. But as I was about to learn, in academia, success can be a double-edged sword. My research suggests that by inverting our approach to quantum entanglement in neural networks, we can potentially revolutionize the field of AI ethics.
Interesting work, Miss Chen, though I must say it's quite unorthodox.
Unorthodox. That word hung in the air like a guillotine. Did you hear about Chen's presentation?
They say she's challenging everything we know about.
Elena, your methods are putting the entire department at risk. The board is asking questions.
My methods? You mean encouraging original thought? Last I checked, that was part of our job description.
And there's original, and then there's reckless. You're walking a dangerous line, Elena.
I felt like I was caught in a riptide, being pulled further and further from shore. And then, no, this can't be happening.
What do you mean my grant is under review? Based on what grounds?
Concerns have been raised about the ethical implications of your current research direction.
In one moment, everything we'd worked for seemed to crumble. Years of research, gone. Elena's reputation, in jeopardy. All because we dared to think differently. I found myself at Eleanor's office, not even sure how I got there. Time had become fluid.
You know, Sarah, moments like these, they define us.
How do you mean?
We can give up, let them win. Or we can fight, change the system from within. The choice is ours.
As I looked at Elena, I realized something. This wasn't just about my PhD anymore. It was about changing the very fabric of academia itself. But could we do it? And at what cost? You know that moment when you realize you've got nothing left to lose? That's when things get interesting. Elena and I, we weren't just fighting for my PhD anymore. We were fighting for every student who'd ever felt lost in the academic maze. What if I told you that everything you think you know about my research is wrong? The data you saw wasn't corrupted, it was sabotaged, and we have proof. In that moment, I saw it all so clearly. Every struggle, every setback, it had led to this.
This changes everything.
As I stood there, about to receive my PhD, I realized something profound. The right mentor doesn't just guide you through the maze. They help you redraw the map entirely. And that's how we change the world. One mentor, one student at a time.